The transfer window is on fire and we've got all the drama. Konaté to Madrid. Arsenal chasing Eze, Rodrygo or Gordon. Chelsea hijacking everything? And Rodrygo's future? It's hanging by a thread. Stick around, this transfer saga is just getting started. Let's dive in. It's crunch time for Rodrygo, and the Premier League's biggest hitters are watching with popcorn in hand. With Real Madrid forward Rodrygo facing an uncertain future under new boss Xabi Alonso, the transfer buzz is louder than ever. Despite being contracted until 2028, the 23-year-old was benched throughout the Club World Cup. Not exactly a confidence booster for someone who's supposed to be one of Madrid's marquee names. Now, with internal debates raging inside the Bernabeu about whether to keep or cash in, Premier League clubs are circling like hawks. Arsenal and Liverpool. Front and centre. Arsenal have already snapped up Noni Madueke, but Mikel Arteta's still hunting for elite-wide options, and Rodrygo fits the bill. Fast, technical, Champions League pedigree. He ticks every box. Liverpool, meanwhile, are facing a looming rebuild of their front three. With Luis Diaz linked heavily to Bayern Munich, who've already had a bid knocked back but are expected to return with a £70 million offer, Jurgen Klopp's successor may be eyeing Rodrygo as a headline replacement. And with Hugo Ekitike also close to joining the Reds, Rodrygo's arrival could push their summer spending north of £300 million. That would be a mammoth number, even for a club that usually prides itself on financial balance. But the message is clear. Liverpool aren't playing it safe this window. Spurs? Not so fast. Just when Tottenham fans were getting excited about the idea of a blockbuster Rodrygo arrival, Florian Plettenberg crashed the party. In a no-nonsense post on X, the reliable German journalist stated, "Rumours linking Rodrygo with Tottenham Hotspur are wide of the mark. He is not a target for Spurs." Ouch. So while Arsenal and Liverpool stay firmly in the race, Spurs are out. Their transfer focus is clearly elsewhere. They've already landed Mohamed Kudus from West Ham, pulled off a deal for Mathis Tel, £21.2 metre. That's a solid haul, but no Rodrygo headline moment. Oh, and for those wondering, Yoane Wissa, once on Spurs' radar under former boss Thomas Frank, is now headed for Newcastle instead. Another door closed. What's next? Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that crunch talks are coming between Rodrygo and Real Madrid. The outcome of those discussions will decide whether this saga explodes into one of the summer's biggest stories or fizzles out with the Brazilian staying put. But as of now, Arsenal and Liverpool are watching closely, checkbooks ready. This one isn't over, not by a long shot. Arsenal's next signing revealed? Gunners eye 3 attacking stars as exit list grows. Arsenal fans, get ready, the transfer madness isn't slowing down anytime soon. After a flurry of signings and some serious flexing in the market, the Gunners are lining up their next big attacking move, and it could be one of 3 headline names. Let's break it down. So far this summer, Mikel Arteta and co have been on a spree. Kepa, Zubimendi, Norgard, Madueke done. And on deck, we've got Christian Mosquera and Victor Gyökeres set to walk through the Emirates doors next. But Arsenal aren't done just yet. According to longtime Arsenal insider Charles Watts, once the Gyökeres deal is over the line, the focus shifts. First, offloading some dead weight. Players like Fabio Vieira, Sambi Lokonga, Rice Nelson, and maybe even Zinchenko could all be headed out. The squad's bloated, and minutes are going to be tight, especially with the new arrivals. Then it's back to buying. Specifically, Arsenal want one more attacking, signing someone to light up that left side. The 3 names on the shortlist? Eberechi Eze, the flair-filled Palace magician, Rodrygo, the Real Madrid star with Champions League pedigree, Anthony Gordon, Newcastle's dynamo with pace to burn. Yep, Arsenal are aiming high. And before anyone asks no, Ethan Nwaneri's new deal isn't expected to change these plans. As Watts points out, Nwaneri is more of a right-sided or central option. The Gunners are still hungry for a left-sided threat. There's also been whispers of Xavi Simons, the RB Leipzig wonder kid. But Chelsea look like they're ahead in that race. In fact, former Gunner Jermaine Pennant even says Simons should pick Stamford Bridge over the Emirates. Bold. Pennant's take? With Odegaard already locked into that central creative role, Simons might struggle for game time at Arsenal. Chelsea, meanwhile, are finally starting to click, and Pennant thinks that's the better fit for the Dutch talent. So, what's next for Arsenal? Well, buckle up. Once Gyökeres is in, things could move fast. Outgoings first, then one final bang before the window slams shut. Eze, Rodrygo, Gordon, who's it going to be? Arsenal fans, place your bets. The final piece of the summer puzzle could be just around the corner. Chelsea are moving like a runaway train in this transfer window non-stop, full throttle and apparently allergic to sleep. According to none other than Fabrizio Romano, the Blues are cooking up a £120 million double swoop, and they've just hijacked two of Arsenal's top targets in the process. Let's talk about the bombshells. First up, Xavi Simons. Arsenal wanted him. Fans were dreaming of a front line with him pulling strings behind Victor Gyökeres. But Chelsea? They moved fast. Romano's latest scoop? Simons is now open to joining Chelsea after the club held direct talks with his camp, and personal terms are already well on their way to being agreed. Club-to-club talks with RB Leipzig were scheduled for Tuesday and might have happened already behind closed doors. But here's the catch. Chelsea need to clear the decks first. Outgoings are key, with the Blues actively trying to offload Nkunku, Nicholas Jackson and João Felix. One surprise twist, they might even throw Carney Chukwuemeka into the deal to sweeten things for Leipzig. Now, if that wasn't enough, Jorrel Hato, Ajax's 9-year-old sensation and another long-term Arsenal target, has just said yes to the Chelsea project. Boom. Romano reports that personal terms with Hato are basically done, and Chelsea have now made official contact with Ajax to lock down the deal. He's Enzo Maresca's top choice for centre-back, and he can cover left-back too. Bonus. With Hato and Simons both reportedly valued around £60 million each, it's clear Chelsea are gearing up for one of their biggest spending surges yet again. Here's the kicker. Arsenal. While the Gunners are busy finalising Gyökeres and sorting out their own outgoings, Chelsea have swept in and taken the lead on both Simons and Hato, two players Mikel Arteta would have loved to work with. And don't forget, Chelsea have already snapped up Liam Delap, Jamie Gittins and João Pedro, while also eyeing Morgan Rogers, though his £80 metre tag might be pushing it, and Alejandro Garnacho. So what does this all mean? Chelsea are ruthless, relentless and clearly reloaded under Maresca. Arsenal? They've got to move quicker if they want to keep up. As Romano put it, non-stop for Chelsea. And if you're a rival club, that should terrify you. Konaté, transfer drama. Real Madrid circles. But the Frenchman isn't bolting Anfield just yet. Alright, buckle up folks, because this one's heating up. Liverpool's Ibrahima Konaté is right in the middle of a transfer tug-of-war, and no, he's not packing his bags for Madrid just yet. Now here's the tea. Real Madrid? Oh, they're interested. Very interested. They've been eyeing Konaté like he's the last quality defender on the shelf. The Spanish giants are plotting a potential freebie next summer or a cheeky deal in 2025. Sound familiar? Yep, the same way they swiped Trent Alexander-Arnold. Cold stuff. But here's the twist. Despite turning down not one, but two contract offers from Liverpool, Konaté isn't sprinting for the Bernabeu exit. According to well-connected journalist David Lynch, the Frenchman's still leaning towards staying on Merseyside. He's not kicking and screaming to leave. In fact, he'd rather stay if the price is right. Lynch summed it up like this. There's interest from Madrid, no doubt, but from the people I've spoken to close to Konaté, it still sounds like he wants to stay at Liverpool. Talks are ongoing, but yeah, they're kinda stuck. Translation. Liverpool better up their offer or risk losing another star for free. And let's not forget what Pete O'Rourke had to say. He's not buying into a summer move either. Unless Madrid comes in swinging with a very tempting offer, we're talking £40 million plus Konaté staying put. But come January, the man's free to chat with whoever he wants. Liverpool know it, Real Madrid know it, and Konaté, he's holding all the cards. So here we are. Liverpool's had a killer transfer window. Wirtz, Frimpong, Kirkez, Ekitike almost through the door, but losing Konaté would pour a whole bucket of cold water on that party. With Trent already out the door, they cannot afford to let another key piece walk away for nothing. The clock's ticking, Anfield. Better make that contract sparkle or watch Real Madrid swoop in again. That's a wrap on the latest transfer chaos. Konaté's future, Arsenal's big targets, Chelsea's mad spree, it's all heating up. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who's making the best moves this window? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. More updates dropping soon. See you in the next one.